This is episode 98 of the 4 Ps, and if you watch these and think, man, it seems like that could be a fun guy to work with, well, these next few weeks and months are going to be a rapid period of hiring and growth for my company. Great clients, a growing culture. So get those resumes ready, because come January, we are kicking off Recruit-a-Palooza. And what qualities are we looking for in candidates? Well, this first P should give you a few pointers. This week I'm finishing up a book about grit. Now the actual title is Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance. Now none of those Ps happen to be one of the 4 Ps, but how can I not show this one some love? This book was also written by a Penn psychology professor to boot, so more Ps. Now, this will be the last pre-vacation book of the year that I read, at least nonfiction. And even with the time and investment in my new role for this year dating back to January, I'm going to go over 30-plus books read. Not quite the 40 of last year, but most of them are nonfiction, more practical and professional guidance on organization and management and leadership and just kind of general business. A few other notable books, though, that I read that I want to share quickly. The Science of Storytelling by Will Storr, which gives a roadmap on how to build a story that speaks to an audience. There is so much BS about storytelling and marketing, but stories give us an opportunity to satisfy our itch and understand the minds and personalities of others. Another standout was True North by Bill George. This one is about leadership and how leaders manage to concentrate on the right things by following their true north. That is, the compass that represents who they truly are and guides them to be the best leaders possible. And then one more, Range by David Epstein. This one expounds upon the value of generalists. Generalists can make connections between diverse fields that specialists can't. Now, this resonated with me because as a generalist, our minds are better at understanding a breadth of topics and making connections between ideas than ever before. Now, Range demands patience, open-mindedness, and scientific curiosity. If we can foster and exemplify these, the chances that we'll generate major innovations and contribute significantly to our overall economy and the broader ecosystem and society will increase. Our company, Revelation, holiday event is going to be a bit more muted than I've probably been used to in the past few years. No club, no disco craziness. But I'm looking forward to celebrating this year with my team. Dinner, drinks, a white elephant, and company-wide ice skating in Central Park. As well as, not to be forgotten, the continuation of an old tradition dating back to the I-33 360i David Levin days, the Bloody Marys. Also this year, instead of sending gifts to our clients, which we actually aren't permitted to do now thanks to some new laws and regulations, many companies either just ignore or don't know, but we instead are making donations on behalf of every single one of our clients individually to CASA, which stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocates. I was introduced to this great organization by a former colleague, and they provide really, really valuable programs and services for children in the foster care system. And we are proud to contribute and support them this holiday season and are grateful for the opportunity to introduce them to our partners and clients and hope they appreciate that we are participating with them on their behalf. I've seen every Star Wars movie on opening weekend dating back to Return of the Jedi. All the prequels, the side stories, episodes 7 and 8. Now, for A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, I was too young, but by the time I was age 6, I first remember being in a theater, seeing Leia strangle Jabba and Luke kill the Emperor. And this weekend, the tradition will continue as the final episode of the Skywalker saga hits the big screen. I have mixed feelings about this, as I know many Star Wars fans do, about the end of this era. so much of my life is connected with this universe alongside my sports teams, my Springsteen affinity. These are the things that have shaped my life in terms of culture until now. I was hoping to be able to end this saga of the tradition with my son. And while he loves Star Wars and has seen every movie, he also has recurring Darth Vader-related nightmares. So, not taking him to see it in the theater. We're going to wait until we can watch it with him at home in the comfort of our house with his stuffed animals. Sometimes it's the things we don't do for our kids, but this could also be the last movie I actually see in a theater for a long time. Between Netflix and Hulu and Amazon and now Disney Plus, this truly might be the end of an era. What a strange thought. Since Senator Kamala Harris dropped out of the Democratic primary race earlier this month, I've yet to come out and officially support or endorse a candidate in this race, the race before the race. And I know they're all waiting for my selection. And whether it's impeachment or the holidays or just the fact that there are several months between now and the time I actually have to vote in the New York primary, I've been avoiding the subject. I honestly do think there is both value and potential in a number of the candidates. And while I may not have a choice about this next November, I did swear that I wouldn't vote for another straight white male in the primary unless Bruce Springsteen decides to run. So that rules out Biden, Bernie, Bloomberg, and the other billionaire I keep wanting to call Tom Stoppard. This week I'm ruling out Tulsi Gabbard because she seems like a real piece of work. And that then leaves me with just a few left. I'm going to eliminate someone else until they drop out for me over the next few weeks. Remaining, Elizabeth Warren, Amy Klobuchar, Cory Booker, Pete Buttigieg, and Andrew Yang from the remaining list. So stay tuned next week for Primary Survivor.